I just stumbled upon this tool called rustfmt for formatting Rust code. It's supposed to help keep your code clean and style consistent.
Oh, I've heard of that. What caught my attention is how it integrates with CI builds. That's pretty neat, right?
Exactly, imagine having your code automatically checked for style adherence during every pull request. It really helps maintain standards.
Right, but doesn't that add pressure on developers to constantly keep their code formatted? It feels a bit rigid.
That's a good point. I suppose it could feel restrictive, but it might also save time reviewing code later on.
True, plus, it could help new developers learn the style conventions more quickly. Still, I wonder how many people actually use it.
Yeah, and the quick start section is straightforward. You can get it running with just a few commands if you have Rust installed.
That accessibility is a huge plus. But what happens if someone's code doesn't compile? Does rustfmt just throw up its hands?
Actually, it can format code that doesn't compile. It's aimed at limiting instability, but there are some caveats.
Really? That sounds risky. So it might change formatting significantly even after the first version is stable.
Exactly, they mention that some areas are still a work in progress, especially with macro declarations.
Macros can be tricky. Also, if comments aren't formatted well, that's a bummer. Comments often help understand the code.
Totally, it's like they can't decide whether to treat comments as code or something separate. That inconsistency might confuse users.
And what about code blocks in comments? That seems like a missed opportunity for formatting consistency.
Agreed, it could enhance readability if handled better, but I guess they're prioritizing the core functionality first.
Fair point. I wonder how they handle edge cases where code has non-ASCII characters.
Yeah, they acknowledge limited testing there, so it's a bit of a gamble. Might work, might not.
A risky bet indeed. Speaking of which, have you tried running rustfmt from an editor?
I haven't yet, but I love that there are integrations for popular code editors like VS Code and Sublime.
That makes it so user-friendly. But does it slow down the development process when it auto-formats?
It might, but I think most editors let you configure when to format, like on save or on command.
That's smart. It gives control back to the developer so they can choose when to enforce formatting.
Exactly, and for CI, using the check option makes sure unformatted code fails the build.
That's helpful for teams. It adds a layer of accountability, but it can get frustrating if you're in a hurry.
True, but it could also lead to better quality code in the long run. Quality over speed, right?
Definitely. But what if a developer intentionally wants to skip formatting for certain parts?
They can use attributes like rustfont, skip to bypass formatting on specific functions or macros.
That's a good safety net. But it could also lead to stylistic inconsistencies if overused.
Exactly, it's a balance between flexibility and maintaining a uniform style. Finding that balance is tricky.
Speaking of balance, the TOML configuration file allows for customization. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, developers can tailor rustfont to their specific project needs, which is a win-win.
But isn't there a risk of everyone setting different styles? That could lead to fragmentation.
Good question, it might, but they also follow the Rust style guide as a baseline, which helps keep things consistent.
That should help. Still, it's fascinating how formatting tools evolve as programming languages grow.
Absolutely, and it highlights the importance of developer collaboration in maintaining code quality.
This also showcases how tools can impact coding culture, pushing developers to adhere to shared standards.
For sure, so how do you feel about the trade-offs of using rustfont? Worth it?
I think so, especially for larger teams or projects. It could streamline the review process.
Agreed, but I wonder if solo developers might find it a bit overkill for smaller projects.
That's likely. It's one of those tools that shines in the right context but might not be for everyone.
Exactly, it certainly makes me think about how much structure we want in our code.
And how that structure can influence our coding practices and even our learning processes.
Great point. Ultimately, the goal is to write code that's not just functional but also beautiful and maintainable.
Well said, it leaves us pondering. Is the effort worth the outcome in the end?